were heading home from Carrickfair, 2 months gone with the sea wind in our hair. Stopped into Donald's pub for a pint for going home. Me brother Dan was full of cheer, said it's good to be back and bending an ear. Dan's mate Paddy O'Shea says, lads, I've news and it cuts to the bone. He said, Dan, I'm your mate and I mean no fight, but your young wife's not home tonight. Since you've been gone, she's been making rounds tonight. She's seeing young Shammers fled. Dan went pale and his knuckles white, but Paddy says, now don't start a fight. Truth be told, I've had a go myself and that's me shame. The night they hung me, brother, that's the night the lights went out and lay trim. Don't trust your fate to some backroom barrister, where the judge wears a grin and a crooked crown. Paddy got twitchy and left the bar, headed for home, it weren't too far. Didn't have many friends and now he'd lost his best mate, me brother Dan. Dan rushed home in a fury wild to see if his lass was gone beguiled. But the house was bare and the bed still neatly dressed. He stood there gritting his teeth with rage, then opened I's old oaken cage and took the gun, set out to make things right, no less. He crept, walked through the wooded trail like a fox in a linen pail. Found footprints too small for Paddy right by the shed. He looked through the screen on the back porch door, and there lay Paddy, hold on the floor in a pool of blood, and Dan just bowed his head. The Garda lads were making their rounds, so he fired one shot just to flag them down, and a big old sergeant roared, now drop that gun. The judge said guilty before the tea, slapped the coppers back with glee, said, ma'am's roast awaits, I can't be missing none. The night they hung me, brother, that's the night the lights went out and lay trim. Don't trust your fate to some backroom barrister, where the judge tips pints with blood on his hands. They strung him up before I could speak about the tracks I made that week. The ones he saw by Paddy's weren't his. You see, little brother's rifle don't miss, and that wee lass, they all thought she'd fled. Run off with Seamus and left Dan for dead. But there's two lay still where the peat runs brown. The bogs sticking deep, they'll never be found. And the judge who grinned with his supper plan, he knew her well, hey, better than Dan. And so did the Garda, bold as brass. There's more than rope that stains their past, but their day'll come, I swear it silently. The night they hung an innocent man, that's the night the lights went out in light trim. So take care who you trust in an Irish court, or the devil himself might wear the judge's hat.